Hey guys, welcome to part 3 to What If Goku Was a Legendary Super Saiyan. So for this part, I'm gonna describe, it's just basically a continuation of the last part. So, I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe, because it creates engagement, and I hope you like it. We ended off with Goku asking Kami, if he could help him revive his parents. To which Kami will now say that at the moment he does not have the power to do such a wish, and he does not know, and he asks Goku why he should even do such a thing and upgrade the Dragon Balls to be able to do multiple wishes, because if he does, it will accentuate human greed and will give people more wishes to misuse than there already are. So then Goku explains that this is something that's very important to him, so he'll make him a deal. So he asks Kami what he would want. So then Kami realizes how powerful this boy could be. So then he asks if he would like to become the guardian of Earth. To which Goku thinks about and he says, is there another way? So Kami instead comes up with a compromise, and he says that now that I know you're an alien warrior, you at least have to promise that you will defend this planet no matter what, and that this planet will always be your home and you won't leave it for anywhere else. So then Goku thinks that this is fair enough, and he doesn't see why this is so important to Kami, but to Kami this is a big thing for him, because now the Earth will always be protected from any dangerous threats. So then Goku says, okay fine, I agree to that. So how exactly will you be able to upgrade the Dragon Balls? So then Kami explains how the Dragon Balls are actually linked to his power level. So the stronger he becomes, the stronger the Dragon Balls become, and the more powerful the wishes that it can make. But to do more than one wish, it will take a bit of time, because he'll have to collect all the Dragon Balls and upgrade them, which will take around 15 days for him to do. So then Goku says, okay, so I have an idea. Is there like maybe a place that you can train quickly? Because I really want to meet my parents, because they did so much for me that I didn't even know. So then Kami describes the hyperbolic time chamber and the harsh environment that it has inside, and which is meant to create the toughest warriors around, and that one day in that one day on the outside world will be as if it was 1 year in the hyperbolic time chamber. So then Goku says, okay, that's good, because we could go in today maybe, then we could train, and then you could become stronger, and then afterward you could even go in there with the Dragon Balls and upgrade them from there. So then Kami thinks about this, and it actually makes quite a lot of sense. So he decides to do that. So as Kami is making the preparations, he's preparing to go to the hyperbolic time chamber, and he packs food and for Goku, and then water for himself. Goku goes and flies all around the world to collect even though he just made a wish, the Dragon Balls would be deactivated, would be scattered around, and they wouldn't be able to make a wish, but he could still find them using the Dragon Radar. So he finds all the Dragon Balls, and then he takes them to Kami, and then Kami is able to collect them and to pack them with him while he's going to the hyperbolic time chamber. So then Goku and Kami go in the time chamber for 1 year, and during this time I would say that Goku doesn't become massively stronger per se, because his power level is so high compared to Kami that training with Kami would be more beneficial for Kami than for Goku. So then Goku understands that, like, because Kami is an old man, he's quite old. He doesn't have the same power as him, the same resilience as he would have years back. So Goku's like, he isn't as vigorous in his training as he would have been to a younger fighter. So then for this scenario, because Goku was around 10,000 in the beginning, I would say now he's about 10,500, right? So he gets a 500 power level increase because he was training with Kami inside the time chamber, and he also took some time to train by himself, and the harsh conditions of the time chamber itself made Goku have to adapt to that. So then after that, Kami gets quite a big increase. I'd say, like, at this point he was around 120, so now he'll be around 500. So that means now that the Dragon Balls would be 5 times stronger than they would have been before this training. So then Goku asks Kami now if he can finish working on upgrading the Dragon Balls, and Kami manages to upgrade them. And now the dragon can do 3 wishes, and the 3 wishes can do much more than before. So like before, maybe the dragon could only teleport you to somewhere in your galaxy, but now it can teleport you almost everywhere around the universe, which makes life much easier for it doesn't make life much easier, but like, due to the increased power, it makes things more convenient for anyone who wants such a wish. So then as Kami finishes, Goku asks if he will be able to make a wish at that moment. And then because they were in the time chamber with the Dragon Balls, Kami upgraded them at the same time. He says, because I just upgraded them, that means they're able to do 1 more wish right now. So then Goku goes outside the lookout, and he summons the dragon, and Shannon comes out and he asks, "Young boy, state your wish and it will be granted." So Goku asks Shenron to revive his parents and give them fully formed bodies, because if he doesn't, those guys would come back like as dust or something. I'm not too sure how it works, because in like Resurrection, Frieza came back as pieces. So he asks them to come back in their perfect condition, so in their prime basically. Then for the second wish, he asks Kami to take them to Master Gohan's house to teleport them there. Then Shenron says it is done. And then for his third wish, Kami was about to say that Shenron could leave now, but then Goku thinks how beneficial it would be to have Kami getting stronger, so he could even be a better defender of Earth. So then he tells the dragon, and I wish for Kami to get back his youth. So then before Kami can protest, the dragon says it is done, and he goes back into the Dragon Balls, and then the Dragon Balls scatter. So then Kami is shocked because he hasn't looked this young in like a very long time, and he actually thanks Goku because now that he's young again, he's confused on why he didn't wish for it earlier, because it's such a nice experience for him, and it will allow him to get stronger. Like, just by wishing for youth, his power level went from 500 to, I would say now it's 650 now, just by wishing for youth, because his body is just stronger in general. So then after that, right, Goku says, okay, thank you, Kami, but now I'm gonna have to go. So also I want to make a retcon because I forgot to add this. I also say Goku gets the Nimbus from Master Roshi, so that makes travel easier, because at the moment he doesn't know how to fly yet. So Goku calls the Nimbus, and then he flies to Grandpa Gohan's house. So now we switch to a view of Bardock and Guinea, and we see how confused they are. And Bardock asks, "Hey Guinea, do you know where we are?" And Guinea responds, I don't know exactly where we are. It doesn't seem like we're on planet Vegeta though. Do you even remember what do you even last remember? I don't I just remember sending Kakarot off, and I can't remember much after that. And then Bardock says, oh yeah, that damned Freezer. He destroyed our he launched the death ball at planet Vegeta, and I thought I had died because I got engulfed in the blast, and I'm a bit confused on why I'm alive and we're in this unfamiliar place. We should be dead right now if I recall properly. So then, as they are thinking about it, they see a cloud with a shadowy figure, a small shadowy figure, land outside of the house. And as they go to take a look, they see a boy with the same hair as Bardock, but he's wearing uh, an Earthling's uniform, an Earthling's clothing. So then they think, and they realize that this is Goku, and he has grown so much. So then Guinea and Bardock were so happy because it's like they thought they were never gonna see their child again, but here the child is right in front of their eyes. So they start crying, and Goku's a bit confused because he doesn't know exactly like why it matters to them so much. But then he also cries because somewhere in his heart he still feels how emotional it is to be reunited with your parents after all this long. Even though mentally like in his brain he may have forgotten, but he's somewhere in his subconscious he still remembers them. So then after this, they have dinner together and they talk, and Goku tells them about the adventures he had on Earth, and they say that was cool, but we are wondering how are we even here. So then Goku describes the Dragon Ball and its wish, and then Bardock thinks. So don't you think maybe we should like resurrect Planet Vegeta and then we could live there? Because like with your power level, with a bit of training, son, you'll be quite strong, and you could even become the king of Planet Vegeta. But Goku says, no, there's no need. I made a promise to to Kami, the protector of this planet, and I agreed that this planet will always be my home. So even if I wanted to, I can't now, because that's the trade I made for you guys to be alive again. So then they understood why he did that, and then they agreed to it. So afterward now, Goku tells Bardock and Guinea about how he has to set off to train with Master Roshi. So then Bardock thinks and he decides, why are you training with weak humans even though they have such a low power level? But Goku explains to Bardock their martial arts skills and how good they are at martial arts. Like he shows Bardock his Kamehameha, and Bardock is quite shocked on how cool it looks, and he's shocked that people with such weak power levels could come up with such skills, and he wonders what else does this planet have to offer. So Goku and Bardock decided to go and go to visit Master Roshi. But then Guinea is thinking, because around this time Goku went to visit Bulma, and this time he went to visit Bulma to show her his parents. So then at this point Oolong was also there with them, and Guinea saw how Oolong could easily just transform into different forms, and she thought maybe it's for his species only, but then she saw also how Poor was able to transform and change his shape to different properties. So then Guinea thinks how useful this ability could be later on. So she asks them where did they learn it, and they explain how they learned it in the shapeshifting school. So Guinea decides that would be a nice place to go, because if ever needed, she could just shift into something else, which could be very helpful in protecting her family and the planet they now live in. So then she agrees, and then she decides to go to the shapeshifting school. And then for Goku and Bardock now, we see them at the Turtle School, and Roshi gazes upon an older version and warrior looking version of Goku. And it's like, who's this Goku? Is this your dad? And then Goku says, yeah, this is my dad. But then Roshi says, I thought your parents were dead. Then Goku explains how he wished them back with the Dragon Balls. And then Roshi thinks it's kind of he doesn't think it's a good idea just in case they were evil, but he just goes with it and he doesn't mind because they're not doing anything now. So Goku asks Roshi to train him and Bardock so that they'll be able to get a lot of martial arts prowess. And then Master Roshi decides to teach them the martial arts because they no longer have to build up their physique because they're too powerful. So what they did is now they started training on martial arts and on the skills that Roshi could teach them. So then I think this is where I'll leave off for now. And maybe, okay, I don't know if anyone's gonna comment because I don't get much comments, but like, would you like to have Master Roshi's buff form be like a technique that people can learn, or do you want it to be like a Roshi exclusive transformation? Because if it's something that people can learn, then I could use it later on and give it to someone else, and maybe Roshi could train it to someone else if you'd like that. But it's up to you. So thanks for watching this part of the What If, and in the next part we're gonna continue and see how the Sun family learning these skills made them stronger over time. So then, thanks for watching this What If, and have a good day.